Check, 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 check.
Chief Justice students instructions students silence please. Exhibit is closed till 5 o'clock. Chief Justice kids Chief Justice Chief Justice is here. So on the stage. First left side and they will walk through left side first, then they will come to your
வணக்கம் வணக்கம்
அமைதியா இருக்கலாம்.
என்ன கண்ணா இது விவசாயம் ஹாய் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க இது
நான் வந்து ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் கம்ப்யூட்டர் ஸ்டோரி
கொஞ்சம் யாராவது சவுண்டா பேசலாமா?
ஸோ இது வந்து பார்த்துருங்க. அப்புறம் இது வந்து ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இங்கே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பீக்ஸ் இருக்கு. அப்புறம் அங்கே வந்து கோல்டு அப்புறம் இது வந்து விளையாட்டு இது வந்து நாட்டியங்கள். அப்புறம் இது வந்து
Excellent. நன்றி. என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
விவசாய சமூகம்.
நல்லா சத்தமா பேசணும்.
விவசாய சமூகத்தை பற்றி நம்ம மவுண்டன் ஹவுஸ் ஹை ஸ்கூல் வந்து HSC கிளாஸ் வந்து விவசாய சமூகத்தை விசாரிச்சு இந்த மீடிங் மட்டும் இந்த போஸ்டர் செஞ்சிருக்கோம்.
And ask you questions. So don't get nervous. Be normal. Why you say
நாங்க ஆர்ட்ஸ் ஹை ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்து வந்திருக்கோம். நாங்க HSC பிஃபோர்ல இருக்கோம். இந்த ட்ரோஸும் யூட்டன்சில்ஸ் செஞ்சிருக்கோம். இது சீப்பு, இது கத்தியும், ஒரு ஆணி, பானைகள்லாம் இருக்கு.
வணக்கம், என் பேர் பேக். நான் மார்டன் ஹார்ஸ் ஹை ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்து வந்தேன். நான் HSC போர்ல இருக்கேன். நாங்க நிறைய விளையாட்டு பொருட்கள் செஞ்சோம்.
நன்றி. என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
guys, silence please. இப்போ நம்ம வரப்போற சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் வந்து செனட்டர் பாப் பிகாஸ்கி, கலிஃபோர்னியா ஸ்டேட் செனட்டர். ஓகேங்களா?
ஸ்ட்ரக்சரல் இன்ஜினியரிங்.
நம்ம ஐபிஏ வந்து இப்போ ரொம்ப பெருமையா இருக்கிறோம்.
நீங்க என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
பண்ணிருக்கோம். சைலன்ஸா இருக்கும். ஓகே,
என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
ஏடியோட விளையாட்டு பொம்மையா பண்ணிருக்கோம். நொண்டி விளையாட்டு பண்ணி அவங்க வந்து ஒரு வந்தாட்டாக்கி அமித்தி ஒரு சர்க்கிள் வந்து தூக்கி போட்டு விளையாடுறாங்க.
நன்றி. என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
நாங்க வந்து அப்புறமா மனிதர்கள்
விவசாயம்.
விலங்குகள்
நன்றி. யார் பேச போறா? யாராவது ஒருத்தங்க இதை எடுத்துங்க, லைவ்ல இருக்கீங்க. ஸோ நல்லா சத்தமா பேசுங்க, ஹெட்செட் போட்டு நல்லா பேசுங்க. எக்ஸ்பிளைன்.
ஆயுதங்கள் and போர் அறிமுகம். அறிமுகம். கீழடி அகழ்வாராய்ச்சி 2013 ஆம் ஆண்டு தொடங்கியது. அந்த வருடத்தில் இருந்த நிறைய பொருட்கள் கண்டுபிடித்தார்கள். ஆயுதங்கள், பாத்திரங்கள், நகைகள், மண்பானை, தமிழ் பிராமி எழுத்துக்கள், கருவிகள் மற்றும் பல பொருட்கள் கண்டுபிடித்தார்கள். அக்காலத்து மக்கள் எழுத படிக்க தெரிந்தவர்கள் என்பதையும் கண்டுபிடித்தார்கள். இந்த தொகுப்புரையில் கீழடியில் கண்ட எடுத்த ஆயுதங்கள் பற்றி பேசப் போகிறோம்.
Hey guys, எப்படி இருக்கீங்களா? Good. யாராவது ஒருத்தர் பேசுறீங்களா? இதுவரை நிகலேஷ் from எங்க? Pleasantனா? You are live on YouTube. So headset on பண்ணிக்க. ஜம்முன்னு பேசு. யாருமே இது வரைக்கும் பேசல. Okay? You can even take off your mask and talk. Go for it. Go. 30 seconds. Come over.
Someone else. I'm not going to. YouTube is
Yep. Live. Sorry, okay. Let me take that back. We're all live on YouTube. Right.
இல்ல இப்போ உங்க சாப்பிட்டீங்களா? Okay, I will get ready. நீங்க வாங்க.
யாராவது வச்சுக்கோங்க தம்பி. Live YouTube போயிட்டு இருக்கு.
We'll start.
Well, thank you for welcoming us. It's good. Now, what do you have here?
You have to have the movement.
Oh, to get in.
Yeah. Yes. Please.
We'll hold it together.
I'll hold the rope for you. There you go. Ready?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. This is how it looked like 2,600 years ago. This is how it was. This is the all look the same to you. That's why I'm jumping in. Yes. Right. So agricultural things and so these kids have iron and copper.
அதுவும் லைவ் தான்.
Yeah, we can.
When they come
செனட் சபையின் சார்பாக நீண்ட காலமாக தமிழர்களுக்கான ஒரு ஆசை இருந்தது. தமிழ் மரபு திங்கள் என்கின்ற அங்கீகாரம் கலிபோர்னியா அரசியல் மூலமாக ஆசை. பல்வேறு அமைப்புகள் எல்லாரும் பேச்சு சொன்னாங்க. அதை இறைவன் எனக்கும் ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கிடைத்தது. அதை கிடைத்தது நான் சந்தோஷம் அனைத்து தமிழர்களுக்குமான ஒரு அந்த அங்கீகாரத்தை ஐடியை சிறப்பாக கொண்டாடினது. இந்த விழாவுடைய தமிழ் மரபுகளை கொண்டாடுவதற்கு கீழடியினுடைய உடல் ஆராய்ச்சியுடைய ஒரு சிறந்த ஒரு கண்காட்சி இந்த விழாவை தொடர்ச்சியாக பள்ளி நடத்துவதில் எங்களுக்கு மிகுந்த சந்தோஷம். சந்தோஷமாக
நன்றி.
வணக்கம். சிவகங்கை மாவட்டத்தில் பல விலங்கு எலும்புகள் கிடைத்தன.
Okay, speak louder in this.
வணக்கம், என் பேர் ஐஸ்வர்யா. சிவகங்கை மாவட்டத்தில் பல விலங்கு எலும்புகள் கிடைத்தன. அதில் 50% வீட்டு விலங்குகள். உதாரணத்துக்கு காளைகள், மாடுகள், எருமைகள் மற்றும் ஆடுகள் சொல்லலாம். ஆராய்ச்சி இந்த விலங்குகள் போஸ் இண்டிகஸ் ஒரு வகை. இந்த வகை முதலில் தென் அமெரிக்காவில் 8000 ஆண்டுகள் முன்பு வந்தன. நன்றி.
நல்லா இருக்கு. எப்படி இருக்கு? ஆட் பண்ணி ஸ்டேஜ் எடுத்து ஸ்டேஜ் இருக்கு. கையில எடுத்துக்கிட்டு nice.
I mean, how would you practically use it? You gotta get stuff.
எந்த அவ்வளவு தூரம் வயர்லெஸ் எடுக்க மாட்டேங்குது.
So in the approximately we also greet them, say hello or good evening.
Anyone want to go live on YouTube? நல்லா இருக்கா? வீடியோ எடுக்க
கேமரால போட்டோ எடுக்கிறதுனா
I like that sound. Clear. நல்லா பண்ணுங்க. அவருலாம் இங்கிலீஷ் தமிழ் தெரியாது அதனால இங்கிலீஷ் யாரோ ஸ்விட்ச் பண்ணி விட்டாங்க. This is live YouTube. So once the function ends, I'll come back. YouTube live. One thing யார் பேசுறது காது விட மாட்டீங்க. அதனால நல்ல சவுண்டா பேசுங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் வரேன். ஓகேவா? எல்லாரும் போய் உட்கார போறாங்க. We'll come back. For a second spot, we'll arrange a second spot where I can start.
to some of the state's leading clean technology companies and is a major contributor to California's clean economy. A strong voice in the legislature for consumers and low-income earners, he received the Champion of Justice Award from the East Bay Community Law Center for fighting against abusive debt collectors and oppressive wage garnishments. Statewide organizations have selected him Legislator of the Year, and the California Judges Association gave him its Scales of Justice Award for his steadfast support for increased court funding. He has previously served as Vice Mayor of the City of Fremont. Senator Wachowski has played a vital role in making this Heritage Day happen in California. He introduced the Senate Resolution number 25 to announce April 14th as Summer Heritage Day. On behalf of International Tamil Academy and all the Tamil-speaking members of the state, we thank you for the important role you played in this resolution. Senator Wachowski, will you welcome you to the floor to inaugurate the ceremony?
That was a lovely introduction. Embarrassing as it may be. Well, thank you for the recognition, and it's great to be here on to celebrate with each and every one of you Tamil Heritage Day with the International Tamil Academy. Lovely to see the exhibits that we have. This is a really exciting time. I would be remiss if I didn't give a nudge to my colleague Anu Natarajan that helped me prepare the resolution 7 years ago, 2015, to recognize Tamil Heritage Day. You guys are all, this is your home. Many of the young people I taught, yes, they've gone to India to see grandma and grandpa, and they make their pilgrimage, but they're Californians. They live here in Fremont. This is your home. It's important that we celebrate your heritage and all the other heritage makes up this fantastic place that we live. So I've been fortunate enough to travel around the world and get a little taste of different countries, different cultures that they offer. And I'm always fascinated by the customs, the cultures, and the histories that make up the world that we live in and shape our ideas and shape the opinions that we have and that we hold today. When it comes to sustaining culture, the language is really, really important. And it's dependent on the leaders of the country or the area and the educators that we have that teach in the school, but also the parents. Parents, you are passing down information to the next generation, and then their children can pass it down to their children and their grandchildren. And of course, that's what the Tamil Academy is all about, right? That's why we're here, going Saturday school, so we can make sure that we go through that education process. I'm Polish American. I got a last name like a Polish. All my grandparents were from Poland, and I was in my 30s after I finished law school, and I went back to Poland for 2 years and studied at the University of Jagiellonski. And it opened my eyes, because there's not a lot of Polish people around Fremont. I don't know if you guys noticed that, there are a couple, but there's not a lot. But to see people that had the culture that my grandparents grew up. And the academy, as I understand, has about 45 other Tamil education facilities across California. That's a big deal to have 45 other communities where you guys, like the mosaic that you guys get together. And, I was learning about the Tamil language, how long it's been. It was reaffirmed by many of the projects that the students have. We should take a moment. The longest surviving classical language with a history that goes back 2,600 years. Congratulations. And congratulations to all you young people that are keeping it going. So, you students that are here today, remember, as you get older, you get, Americanized and Californianized, but really, this is a beautiful part of your heritage, the language and the culture and the projects that you have, but really pass that on to your kids and to your grandkids. So in 100 years, some other state senator can be standing in front of us and saying, isn't it wonderful that we keep our heritage alive for the next millennium? I want to commend the International Academy for the WS accredited World Language and High School program here in Fremont Unified, as well as also Bay Area School District. That's a wonderful credential program that you have. It speaks to the quality of ITA's educational programs in general. I represent 1 million people in the state Senate, and I'm really fortunate that I have one of the most vibrant cultural and intellectual districts in the whole state. Now, we are in the center of innovation here at Centerville Junior High, but we are here in the Bay Area. The reason people come, even with the high cost of living and all the other problems, is because it's really inspiring. Just the other day, I was on a Zoom with PAC or Truth Number 152, which are scouts. It was Wednesday night, and I took some questions from them. And at the time, I told them, and I'll tell it to you now, a community is only as strong as the people who live in it. You know, we are the ones that make the community. You folks and you young people are the one that makes the Bay Area, the Fremont and Tri-City areas a wonderful place. The United States is a nation of immigrants. We forget that. You know, there's a lot of noise out there from other political leaders or past political leaders. And, you know, people come here from all over the state, all over the world. I mean, they come here, they want to have a good home for their kids. They want to have interesting work. They want to be able to grow and share in the values that we have here in the United States: democracy, freedom, liberty, higher education, but also that respect of other people's cultures and other people's faiths and the diversity that everybody brings to the area with all the different languages that we speak. And those values, when you think about it, allow us to come together as a community, because we are all one community here, and we embrace our differences and our diversity. We celebrate each and everybody's heritage and the different cultures that folks have. So the ITA's emphasis on education and the importance that it has is really wonderful. I mean, you're building on the curiosity. Just the little bit of discussions I had with the students, everybody is excited about their interpretation of the paleontological find that it has and their imagination of what it means. Just here in Fremont, we have the Children's Local History Museum, which is right down the block across the street from Washington High School. You can walk there. And that's our local paleontological, it's the Irvington period, about 1 million years ago. After the dinosaurs were gone, the mammals were here, and it wasn't a bay. There was a river that went out to the Farallon Islands, and we had the large mammals, the woolly beast, the saber-toothed cat, the saber-toothed tiger from the Flintstones. But that's part of our natural history right here. So I would encourage anybody who hasn't been to the museum to learn about the Irvingtonian period that we have here, and also feed that curiosity, feed that opportunity to engage the next generation in learning. I love that the students and teachers were able to virtually meet with the archaeological excavation team in Tabo Nadu. Reading about it really inspired me. I just thought, what a fantastic opportunity to discuss the discoveries that have been found on the site for, I guess, the last 7 years, instead of 2015. And the type of direct interaction that our students here in the Tri-City area are having with somebody on the other side of the world as they undertake this work is available, how it wasn't available when I was in school. I mean, we had books, we had, you know, maybe some movies, there was a chalkboard that was in there, and occasionally maybe the teacher would roll in a television and we'd see the Apollo moon landing or the takeoff. But it's a different world that we have right now. And to engage these archaeologists on the other side of the globe in real time is just thrilling for me. So now you see firsthand the importance of carbon dating and utilizing science and engineering. Who would have thought that that young fifth grader would have that experience sitting here at school at Senegal High? You see the importance of the written word and of literature and of art. It's all for our students. It's all part of your heritage. It's something to be celebrated. I hope the project really piques your interest, young people, in science and engineering. You know, as you get older and our climate problems are going to become more intense, weirder, bigger rains, bigger droughts, all these bigger fires, we're going to need solutions from you. So how do we handle that? How can we better use our limited supply of water that we're learning from the filtration system of 2,600 years ago? How do we improve our agriculture with the technology and expanding the supply of renewable energy? So this ideas that you're learning now through the paleontological work back in India is really inspiring. Tamil communities have always met the challenge of the day in advance of sustaining your culture. Tamil descendants have risen to the top of business and politicians. I don't need to let this audience know as we see our Vice President Kamala Harris is of Tamil descent. So it was my honor and a delight to shepherd through the resolution that declared celebrating Tamil Heritage Day. I congratulate each and every one of you for sustaining the rich, vibrant history and for the contributions that you have made and that you will make going forward for our community and for the Tamil community at large. Thank you very much and congratulations.
டேஸை கொஞ்சம் லூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா அப்படியே இப்படி மூவ் பண்ண முடியும்.
Thank you, Senator Bob Crosby, for your wonderful speech. We feel great pleasure to have you amongst us on this occasion. It's my immense pleasure to welcome Assemblymember Alex Lee to the Belmar Heritage Day. Assemblymember Alex Lee represents California's 25th Assembly District, and he became the youngest Asian American legislator ever elected in California history. He currently serves on multiple committees in the state assembly. In his first year in office, he was named Legislator of the Year by the Golden State Manufactured Home Owners League, as well as the California Attorneys for Criminal Justice. Assemblymember Alex Lee, we are eagerly looking forward to hearing your speech next. The floor is all yours.
Greetings, Banakam, everyone. I won't be able to master much more time than that, I'm sorry to say. But I'm very happy to be with you all today and celebrating Town Heritage Day. My name is Alex Lee. I have the great honor of representing cities of Fremont, Newark, San Jose, Milpitas, and Santa Clara in the State Assembly. And yes, last year, I had the great honor of also becoming the youngest Asian American ever elected state legislator. And this is only to show that there are great things that are possible from us. Right now, I represent only one of two Asian American majority districts in the entire state, and that is thanks to cultural institutions like this that make our communities feel at home here. It's often joked that in Fremont, it feels like you're back in India, or you're back in Asia, where you feel like you're right at home. And it's so important to continue this tradition to pass on to the new generations that are born in California. And while outsiders may see all of us in the Asian American community as the same, we know that there are so many diverse cultures, ideas, and heritage that make our society strong, that make us truly more vibrant and more powerful. And that's why I think we truly are such an innovative place. We bring so many perspectives together, and we can innovate and lead to the next generation. I think there are a lot of thought leaders today in this room, and I was able to talk to, that will lead in so many regards. Industry, in politics, and education are going to be the new thought leaders to take on the next round of challenges. This is the Senator's Coalition Board earlier before. We are facing a lot of challenges in the climate. And when I'm a bit of a history nerd too, so when I think about the history of the Tamil culture 2,600 years ago, I also think about what will archaeologists and people 2,600 years from now think about our culture. I hope 2,600 years from now, they will not judge us by the inordinate amount of plastic we leave behind, but about the strong cultural vibrancy that we have left behind. That we met some of the greatest crises that our collective humanity has ever met, and we stepped up. And we were able to judge through all our records, through all our cameras, and through all these little relics that we left behind, that we were able to put our differences aside and come together to face some of the greatest challenges we've ever faced. And I think learning from our history, whether it be from India, from Southern India, or from my folks in Southern China, we can really figure out how we can confront these challenges together. So it's really important that we're learning from history, just as we learn from our ancestors what tools they use, what games they played, what their cities look like. We can also know and take those lessons of human knowledge and go into the future. So I really am appreciative of all your efforts today, supporting, of course, your children as well and learning about this, because truly, I think these lessons make us much, much stronger. And with that, I would also like to recognize the International Tamil Academy with a certificate from the officially from the California State Assembly for incredible. None.
Is a dynamic team program in the welfare. The man can come up with one idea. This field, the masses and the people, but there is a collector. The custody conduction, also body owner, after 10 years, is the social justice of three Bangladesh, Bangladesh. He has successfully brought up the large scale excavation of the Tamil Parliament, age settlement skills, as the director of Tamil Virtual Academy, has been connected to the digitization of rare Tamil funds, journals, and commenced the release of Tamil computing software in 2025. Again now, as the chairman of the CPA, we have initiated to provide all the Tamil regular leaders of Tamil diaspora across the globe. We will now air his virtual speech.
Vanakkam. I'm extremely delighted to be part of this historic occasion, the Tamil Heritage Day celebrations being conducted in California State and Fremont. It's a historic occasion for every one of us, and I'm really delighted to share this occasion with Senator Bob Wiakowski, who is the man behind this particular historic event being adopted as a Tamil Heritage Day in the state of California, and the Assembly member Alex Lee, and as well as the Council member Rishi Kumar, and former Vice Mayor of Fremont Anu Natarajan, and every one of you. As greetings from the state of Tamil Nadu. We are really delighted to understand and appreciate the kind of enthusiasm shown by equally by the Tamil diaspora, and as well as being recognized by the authorities in California and elsewhere in the United States of America for the rich cultural heritage that we have got in the one of the oldest civilizations in the country, Tamil civilization in India. At the same time, I would like to mention a few of our important, significant initiatives taken by Government of Tamil Nadu in terms of extending Tamil education to the Tamil diaspora. Millions of people living across the globe would like to extend, impart Tamil education to their wards, and through that they would like to pass on the cultural traits, rich cultural heritage traits to the next generation. One of the key initiatives by the Tamil Nadu government is to institute a unique entity called Tamil Virtual Academy to extend education, Tamil education to the Tamil diaspora in a more qualitative and systematic way. And we have initiated off-rate to standardize the Tamil education and textbook curriculum which will suit the needs of people, Tamil diaspora living across the globe, and as well as to take care of the continent-specific, region-specific requirements also. So it's a kind of standardization with flexibility to accommodate regional differences also. So this particular effort, we are coming out with standardized textbook and curriculum which can be adopted by Tamil diaspora and Tamil academies functioning across the globe in different continents, different countries, regions, so that they can impart education in a more standardized way. And it will be really helpful for the educational authorities in universities, schools, and state governments and federal governments in different countries also to recognize this particular aspect, so that they will take it forward in a more systematic way, and which will be of great use to the students and kids who are pursuing their education in an academic pursuit also. So we are coming out not only with books to suit the to attract the young talent and the minds of younger generation. We are coming out with modern versions of textbooks with audio books and animations and full-fledged learning management system, so that they can learn anywhere, anytime, and we will get the feedback, and tests also can be done. And spoken language also, there are specific modules have been inbuilt into the entire system. And more than that, we are looking at from the state government of Tamil Nadu, as the motherland extends its warmth to their wards spread across the globe, we would like to come out with financial assistance to those Tamil academies who are imparting education to their wards, especially in least developed regions and countries in the globe. And like in America, which are in the forefront of imparting education, Tamil education, in a more systematic way, they may like to have some pedagogical support from the state of Tamil Nadu, for which we are really willing to extend that support in a qualitative manner. At the same time, we would like to, we have already empaneled so many, hundreds and thousands of teachers have volunteered, and then we have empaneled them for imparting Tamil education through online mode. It could be done for the students who have assembled in the classes, or even one-on-one also. So this particular aspect also we are seriously looking at it. So in a more systematic way, in the months to come, the Tamil Virtual Academy is an entity of Government of Tamil Nadu would like to extend the Tamil education in a more systematic way. I'm extremely delighted to be part of this event because it involves, it talks about excavations which have been carried out in a particular part of Tamil Nadu, namely Kiradi. The very name really revitalized the energies of millions of billions of Tamils living across the globe. Because at this place, we have unearthed a major civilization dating back to 2600 years old, and a rich cultural heritage has been unearthed. Whatever we have learned it in Sangam literature, we could find a lot of evidences in this particular place. Beautiful constructions, workmanships, and industrial units, and living space, and with construction qualitativeness, and rare ornaments indicates foreign trade and internal trade between different regions of the country as well as abroad. So these kind of informations really make us really proud. At the same time, all these claims have been scientifically validated by reputed laboratories across the globe. Say, for example, the carbon dating was done by Beta Analytical Laboratory from Florida, which indicates that this particular Kildic civilization is 2600 years old. And as well as brick analysis, we have sent to France, FISA University. So, reputed laboratories across India also joined the bandwagon to scientifically validate our claim. So, this event really showcases the Kiradi excavation and its kind of different facets of it, and as well as the literary references also. So I'm really happy to be part of it. And added to that, we have very recently, last year, we have again achieved a major milestone that in Tambrabarani River civilization in slightly down south of Madurai, where the Kiladi was located, this particular place, a place called Sivagalai, located in the Tambrabarani River civilization. Again, we have got the dating from Beta Analytical Lab around 3200 years before. That particular civilization was really abound, and then it was thriving. So our excavations, our search and quest for our past, illustrious past, cultural heritage is on. So, and it's not only a claim but validated by scientific evidences by the reputed institutions across the globe. So, coupled with the rich cultural heritage and our idea to propagate Tamil to across the globe to Tamils and as well as non-Tamils is a well-founded initiative by the government of Tamil Nadu. I would appeal to the Tamils across the globe and as well as the authorities in the concerned countries also to extend the support to us so that we will further our efforts to achieve our objective. So I wish you all the best for the best wishes for this particular event, very rare event, Tamil Heritage Day. I hope the rest of the world will take cue from California and then take it forward, because California is the bellwether for all welfare schemes, pluralistic society in not only in the United States of America but elsewhere. So the rest of the world will take cue from California State's unique effort to celebrate the Tamil Heritage Day, and rest of the world will follow suit. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Next, we welcome Councilman Rishi Kumar, who is serving as second on the City Council. His priorities are to represent the citizens of Saratoga well, enhance the quality of our life, and nurture a thriving civil. Councilor Rishi Kumar helped develop over 50 neighborhood safety watch programs and held over 100 neighborhood meetings, resulting in a drop in Saratoga road burglaries after. He developed an app to allow citizens to send protest emails to the CP News legally to fight the San Jose Water Company's secret rate increases. He was tenacious in pushing back against a mountain winery project and hillside high-risk fire zone that would have disrupted vegetation and wildlife. Councilor Rishi Kumar leads many citizen committees, including the Managed Growth and Infrastructure Fund, Safe Saratoga Citizens, and Silicon Valley Water Oversight. Rishi Kumar, we are happy to welcome you to our Tamil Heritage Day celebration and are eager to hear your opinion.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. Vanakkam, everybody. Vanakkam. I'm delighted and honored to be here. My name is Rishi Kumar, council member of Saratoga. And my wife tells me I'm a glutton for punishment, trying to fix the problems of the world, but someone's got to do it, right? And when you look at Saratoga, we found incredible challenges, like was explained during the introduction. But what we have done is, as the founder of the Saratoga Hindu Temple, we have engaged the youth of the community with Lego robotics, with coding programs, entrepreneurship programs, with Hindi classes. And in fact, I wanted to start the Tamil classes. A few years back, many of you may remember that there was a flooding in Chennai. And we did a gathering by Dianza Community College. And we were there to help the state of Tamil Nadu and Chennai in particular. But we talked about launching the Tamil classes. But obviously, this is an activity that has been conducted so very well. And there is no need for us to engage, but we are happy to. And this is the Tamil Heritage Day. And it's my absolute honor to be here. When you look at my connection with Tamil Nadu, I grew up in Chembur, Bombay. And lots of my mommies would make the best South Indian food for me. And that's my comfort food, actually. So whenever I feel like my comfort food, I go to Madras Cafe. I love the South Indian coffee. I got deep connections, but more importantly, I actually visit Tamil Nadu. And I go to the ashram of Ramana Maharishi. How many of you have heard of Ramana Maharishi? And I always do the Girivalam around Arunachala. How many of you have done that? How many of you have done that? I want to see some hands. And if you haven't done that, please take your kids. Please take your kids, make them walk. It takes about 3 hours. It's about 8 miles long. But it's the path of spirituality. And I invite each of you to please explore that opportunity to be part of that spiritual energy and do the Girivalam around Arunachala, because that has totally changed my life. Now, when you look at grounding our youth, which is what Senator Bikoski was talking about, because it's the cultures, it's the traditions, and it's the job of each of us as adults to make sure that we are creating that opportunity for the students to be grounded. Because they will, when I looked at Hillary and the exploration of an incredible archaeological project, our students were imagining, because I could see that they had very limited data, but they were putting their minds to work and they came up with some pretty solid assumptions, and the projects were very, very impressive. But also what they did was they were learning to be creative. They were out there mindful shopping, picking up stuff, and it looked very real. It felt like I was back there. They were talking about the barter system. And very impressive to see these kids go back in history and start dissecting that part of the world and trying to figure out what did they barter, what was the trade, what was their level of activity, which is the grounding that will happen for them. As they get out and about, they go to college, they'll be working somewhere, and they will never forget the learning that they had here. So I really appreciate the group of leaders who made this happen today, and for all of you parents, because it's hard work. I know how hard it is to be out.
And thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you. I do have a little appreciation certificate from my role as a council member in the city of Saratoga. I would like to invite the organizers to please join me.
For your wonderful. Next, we welcome Ms. Anu Nagaraj as our next guest speaker. She is a former deputy mayor and member of the Fremont City Council in California, serving Fremont for more than a decade. Ms. Anu Nagarajan is an urban planner who connects the dots between land use, housing, mobility, infrastructure, and climate, powered by civic engagement. She thrives on public policy and its intersection with politics. She has experience working in the public, private, consulting, nonprofit, and political sectors, and proven leadership skills with diverse community groups, both locally and regionally. She is currently an adjunct professor at San Jose State University in the Department of Urban and Regional Planning, and also the Housing Initiative Chief at Facebook. We look forward to hearing your speech, ma'am. Hungry, welcome. And before you today, proudly as the Madurai, the foreign design of the government. And looking at this crowd today, looking at what our kids are doing and their immersion into Tamil culture, Tamil language, makes me nostalgic. When my sister and I moved to Bangalore, very young, and grew up in Bangalore, we did not have Tamil school. And so my father and mother fought the school to make sure that they had Tamil as a third language option that my sister chose. She was the only Tamil student in the entire school. So while I speak Tamil, understand it, I still do not know how to read it. And my goal is to be healthy in Tamil someday soon. But you are not here today to listen to us speak, to see the amazing work that's been put together for the last many, many months by so many kids here with such a wealth of information, connecting us to Tamil Nadu, to our heritage, to our roots, to many, many, many years ago. Let's take the time to do that. And I just want to say thank you to the visionaries that had this idea a long time ago, saying we need to teach Tamil, we need to keep the language alive, we need to make sure that our next generation understands our rich, rich heritage, that they can have conversations with the Kaka and Kaka back in India and really have that flow of cultural heritage and conversations moving forward. So thank you very much for your vision. And as Rishi said, thank you to all of the parents here to shut the students back and forth to make sure that they became proud of their heritage, continue to be immersed in this. That's a huge responsibility. So thank you all for taking the time to do that. And to all of the Tamil students that are here, to everybody here, congratulations. Be proud of the work that you're doing. We are extremely proud of you as the next generation of leaders. And as you immerse yourself in your culture, make sure as you become leaders in science and technology and engineering, that I want from this crowd here, from all of the students, to be sitting here as senators and congresspeople representing Tamil Nadu and Tamil culture. And continue to be proud of our long last names, even if people don't know how to pronounce it. Right? Proud of it. Part of the celebration.
Congratulations to every one of you here.
Thank you, Mrs. Anuradhaji. Now we request Mr. Edward Jolas, Assistant Superintendent of Washington Unified School District, to give 2 lines for his please.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ed Ualaga. And I would like to say that our superintendent, Dr. David Hagman from the Pleasanton Unified School District, is not here today. He wanted to be here, but it is our spring break, and I know a lot of students from Pleasanton have been enjoying your spring break. This is our last day to go back to school on Monday. So I'm one of the assistant superintendents, and I was just asked to speak this afternoon, so I don't have anything prepared. But what I do want to say is just the amazing words that came from the presenters and speakers tonight, celebrating your heritage. So I'm a first generation Filipino American, and my parents were so proud to come to the United States. But what we did too was celebrate our culture, our language, our food. And I want you guys to continue that as well. You're doing that for your children. And so that's very important to me. I'm an educator for the Pleasanton School District, and I was able to talk to some kids here from Pleasanton, from Dublin, from Livermore, and I really just want to celebrate the organizers. I want to thank you guys for bringing in the children, having an academy in Pleasanton. We're so proud that it's the whole academy at Harvest Park Middle School. And Harvest Park is one of our middle schools in Pleasanton, and we're very proud to hold your academy in our school district. So thank you again for inviting me. Thank you for the organization that we brought forth to support the children and to support the heritage. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Edward. Now we welcome Mr. Craig Louis, Principal of Saratoga High School, to give a speech.
Good afternoon. Again, thank you very much for welcoming me. It was a pleasure to see all of the presentations that our students, your students put together. I was invited by the wonderful Sabidia Bakami, who's been a fantastic parent for my school community, leading my speech and debate program, and the values of our school in terms of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. And all the speeches that we've heard have spoken to the importance of coming together and appreciating our heritages, knowing our contributions both historically and in the future, and how we can ultimately leave a better place for the future generations of all of our students and of all of our children. So it's a fantastic opportunity to see what our students have been learning, to see how the students are relating to the histories that they have been exposed to, and how again they can contribute to the future of our society and of our civilizations. So hopefully we can be able to continue to celebrate our heritages and celebrate how we can all come back together and to be together as a group. So again, thank you very much for inviting me today. It's been an honor to learn and to see what everybody's contributed. Thank you very much.
April 14 தமிழ் மரபு தினமாக அறிவிக்கப்பட்டுள்ளது அப்படிங்கிறது எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். அப்படி அறிவிப்பதற்கு முக்கிய காரணமாக இருந்த திரு அபு அவர்களை உலக தமிழ் கல்விக் கழகம் மனமாற பாராட்டுகிறது. நன்றி அபு.
Thank you for your great speech, Mr. Greg Louis. அடுத்து இந்நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு தமிழக அரசின் டிவிஏ இயக்குனர் டாக்டர் வி.பி. ஜெயசீலன் ஐஏஎஸ் அவர்களை சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக வரவேற்கிறோம். Next, we welcome Dr. V.P. Jayaswalan, IAS, Director of TVA, Government of Tamil Nadu, as our special guest. In addition to his role as Director of Tamil Virtual Academy, Dr. V.P. Jayaswalan holds several other responsibilities and positions with the Government of
Government of India. He is Sub-Collector of Chandrapur, Deputy Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Corporation Commissioner of Thoothukudi, and Additional Director of Survey and Settlement. He holds a PhD in Tamil literature, specializing in prison literature. He was a state topper in the 2013 IAS exams and completed his IAS exams in Tamil. We will now air his virtual speech.
அனைவருக்கும் இனிய வணக்கங்கள். தமிழ்நாடு அரசால் நடத்தப்படும் தமிழ் இணைய கல்விக் கழகம் உலகெங்கும் வாழும் தமிழர்களுக்கு தமிழ் மொழி கற்பித்தல், கலாச்சாரம், பண்பாடு உள்ளிட்டவற்றை கொண்டு சேர்த்தல் உள்ளிட்ட பணிகளை கடந்த 20 ஆண்டுகளாக தொடர்ச்சியாக செய்து வருகிறது. தற்பொழுது உலகின் பல்வேறு அனைவருக்கும் இனிய வணக்கங்கள். தமிழ்நாடு அரசால் நடத்த இனிய வணக்கங்கள். தமிழ்நாடு அரசால் நடத்தப்படும் தமிழ் இணைய கல்விக் கழகம் உலகெங்கும் வாழும் தமிழர்களுக்கு தமிழ் மொழி கற்பித்தல், கலாச்சாரம், பண்பாடு உள்ளிட்டவற்றை கொண்டு சேர்த்தல் உள்ளிட்ட பணிகளை கடந்த 20 ஆண்டுகளாக தொடர்ச்சியாக செய்து வருகிறது. தற்பொழுது உலகின் பல்வேறு நாடுகளில் புலம்பெயர்த்திருக்கக்கூடிய தமிழர்கள் அவர்களின் குழந்தைகளுக்கு தமிழை கற்பிப்பதற்காக புதிய முன்னெடுப்புகளை, புதிய பாடத்திட்டங்களை, பாட நூல்களை எழுதுவதற்கான முன்னெடுப்புகளையும் தற்பொழுது எடுத்திருக்கிறோம். மதிப்பிற்குரிய திருமதி வெற்றி செல்வி ராஜமாணிக்கம் அவர்கள் தமிழ் இணைய கல்விக் கழகத்துடன் புதிய பாடத்திட்டங்களை எழுதுவதற்கும், குறிப்பாக ஒவ்வொரு நாடுகளில் அதனுடைய தேவைக்கேற்ப அந்த பகுதிகளில் இருக்கக்கூடிய தலைவர்கள், தாவரங்கள் போன்ற தனித்துவமான பண்புகளையும் இந்த பாடத்திட்டத்தில் உள்ளடக்கி கற்பிக்கின்ற போதுதான் குழந்தைகள் அவற்றை இணைந்து கற்றுக்கொள்ள முடியும் என்ற கருத்தாக்கத்தை முழுமையாக செயல்படுத்துவதற்கு பல்வேறு நாடுகளில் தமிழை கற்பிப்பதற்கான முறைகள் எவ்வாறு இருக்கிறது, எளிய முறைகள், பாடல்கள், அசைவூட்டு படங்கள், பிளாஷ் கார்ட்ஸ் போன்றவற்றை அந்தந்த பகுதிகளுக்கு ஏற்ற முறையில் கற்றுக் கொடுப்பதற்கான பல்வேறு முன்னெடுப்புகளை தமிழ் இணைய கல்விக் கழகம் மேற்கொண்டு வருகிறது. மேலும் தமிழ் இணைய கல்விக் கழகத்தின் மூலம் இணைய வழியில் தேர்வுகளை முழுமையாக நடத்துவதற்கும், இணைய வழியில் சான்றிதழ்களை வழங்குவதற்கும், பயிற்சிகளை அளிப்பதற்கும் தொடர்ந்து நாங்கள் திட்டங்களை வகுத்து செயல்படுத்தி கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். குறிப்பாக கொரோனா பெருந்தொற்று காலத்திற்கு பிறகு கற்றல் கற்பித்தலில் இணையத்தினுடைய செயல்பாடுகள் பெரிய அளவில், பெரிய வீச்சில் இருப்பதால் புதிய பயிற்சிகள், சிலம்பாட்டம், பரதம், இசைப்பயிற்சி, தேவாரம், திருவாசகம் உள்ளிட்ட வாய்ப்பாட்டு பயிற்சிகள் போன்றவற்றையும் இணையத்தின் வாயிலாக தமிழ் இணைய கல்விக் கழகம் கற்பிப்பதற்கும் முயற்சிகளை எடுத்துக்கொண்டு வருகிறோம். முதல் கட்டமாக சில வகுப்புகளை நாங்கள் ஆரம்பித்து இருக்கின்றோம். உலகின் பல்வேறு நாடுகளில் இருக்கக்கூடிய தமிழர்கள் அவற்றை கற்றுக்கொள்வதற்கும், தமிழின் பெருமையை, தமிழ் பண்பாட்டை, தமிழ் நாகரிகத்தை, புதிய கண்டுபிடிப்புகளை, தமிழின் தொன்மையை விளக்கும் புதிய ஆய்வுகளை அறிந்து கொள்வதற்கும், தமிழ் மொழியை இன்பத்துடன் பிழையற கற்பதற்கும் தமிழ் இணைய கல்விக் கழகம் நவீன தேவைக்கேற்ப புதிய முன்னெடுப்புகளை செய்து வருகிறது. அதற்கு இதுபோன்று வெளிநாடுகளில் தமிழ் கற்பிக்கக்கூடிய அமைப்புகளுடன் இணைந்தும் நாங்கள் செயல்படுவதற்கு காத்திருக்கின்றோம். அவர்களுடன் இணைந்து தமிழ் இணைய கல்விக் கழகம் எடுக்கக்கூடிய முயற்சிகள் அனைத்திற்கும் உலகில் பல்வேறு நாடுகளில் இருக்கக்கூடிய தமிழர்கள், தமிழ் கற்பிக்கும் அமைப்புகள் இணைந்து செயல்பட வேண்டும் என்றும் நான் அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Our sincere thanks to Mrs. Ventri Selvi Rajamanikam, the president of IGA, who conceptualized this theater exhibition project and worked tirelessly to coordinate events between India and US teams to make the vision a reality. Big thanks to you, the dedicated IGA who have been the backbone of this event. Our special thanks to security exhibition officers, Ramesh Masetu, Ajay Kumar, and or Bhavya, who presented us this informational 90-minute security seminar, not just once, but 3 times to accommodate 100 hours for this cause event. It was an enriching learning experience for us, the students, as we were able to learn about a rich song of history, culture, and civilization while we were learning of building the models and exhibits. Our sincere thanks to all the IGA parent community for their steadfast support and cooperation in helping the students complete their projects. We will now conclude the event with the Indian National Anthem. தமிழ் வளர்க்க கல் தோன்றி மண் தோன்றா காலத்தே முன் தோன்றிய மூத்த தமிழ் மொழி.
Just 2 minutes left. அவங்க செட்டில் ஆனோடனே நான் அனௌன்ஸ் பண்றேன். ரைட் லெஃப்ட் ரெண்டு பக்கமும் எக்ஸிபிட் இருக்கு. லெஃப்ட்ல ஒரு லைன், ரைட்ல ஒரு லைன் பார்க்கலாம். 2 லைன்ஸ் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுங்க. அந்த வாலண்டியர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. ப்ளீஸ் ஃபாலோ தேர் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ். பேரண்ட்ஸ், டீச்சர்ஸ், அடல்ட்ஸ் எல்லாரும் ப்ளீஸ் ரிமைன் சீட்டட் until we announce. பேரண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் இந்த பக்கம் இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாம், அதாவது என்னோட ரைட் ஹேண்ட் சைட்ல இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாருமே உங்களோட இந்த சைடு போயிடுங்க, லெஃப்ட் சைடு போயிடுங்க. என்னோட லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாமே இந்த சைடு போயிடுங்க. That is right side, this is left side.
Thank you, ma'am.
நல்லா இருக்கேன். லைவ்ல இருக்கீங்க நீங்க
நீங்க தான் இருக்கீங்க. உங்க பக்கம் தான் போகுது.
நல்ல வேலை சொன்னீங்க. Madhuri. லைவ்ல பேசுறீங்களா? போட்டோ எடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லி
ஒரு மதம் மாதிரி இல்ல. ஆனா பாட்டுல வந்து ஆடு வந்து பாலுக்காக பயன்படுத்துவாங்க நினைக்கிறோம். கோழிகள் முட்டைக்காக பயன்படுத்துவாங்க. இப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா வாழை மரம் இருக்கும். அந்த காலத்துல வந்து நிறைய தண்ணிலாம் வந்து வாழை மரம் தான் பயன்படுத்துவாங்க. அதனாலதான்
வாழை மரங்கள் இருந்துட்டு அது வாழைப்பழம் தான் இருக்கு.
நன்றி வணக்கம்.
எப்படி இருந்தது இந்த ஈவென்ட்? எப்படி இருந்தது?
நல்லா இருந்துச்சு.
நீங்க என்ன பண்ணீங்க? ஈவென்ட் ஆர்கனைஸ். நன்றி நன்றி, வணக்கம். என்ன பண்ணிருக்க சொல்லு.
நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா?
என்ன ப்ராஜெக்ட் இது சொல்லு.
கீழடியில ஒரு வாட்டர் மேலன். இது கீழடியில நீர் மேலாண்மை பண்ணிருக்கோம். அங்க மாடல் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணோமா? மாடல்ல வந்து நாங்க என்னால பார்க்கல. ஆனா இங்க பேசிக்கலி மேல இருக்கிறது அங்க இருக்கிற வெல்லு, கீழே நாங்க பைப் வந்துட்டு போட்டிருக்கோம். அது வந்து ப்ளூ கலர்ல அடிச்சிருக்கோம். ஸோ அந்த பைப் வச்சு எப்படி தண்ணி வச்சு ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி அதை யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்க்கணும். அது வைகை ரிவர்.
நன்றி. நிலா எப்படி நல்லா இருக்கியா? என்னன்னு தெரியுதா உனக்கு? இதெல்லாம் என்னன்னு தெரியுதா? என்ன இருக்கு? என்ன பார்த்து மரம் செடி மாடு மாடுலாம் இருக்கா?
பண்ணிட்டாங்க. சொல்றதுக்கு எல்லாம் வெளியே
பசங்க எல்லாம் போயிருக்காங்க.
சொன்னா தானே தெரியும்.
இரும்பு மற்றும் செம்பு பொருட்கள் கண்டுபிடித்தாங்க. சோ இது தங்கத்துல பண்ணது. சோ இது பொருட்கள் மாதிரி இது புலிகள், இது அறிவாள் விவசாயத்திற்கு, அதுக்கப்புறம் இது வாழ்ந்தது இந்த கொத்து வாழ்க்கணும் விலங்குகள் சாப்பாடு
இதெல்லாம் வந்து அப்ப யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க.
அப்புறம் இது சும்மா புலிகள் அதுதான் அது வேலை காட்சி பார்த்தல் அது பல்லல்கள்.
நீங்க எல்லாரும் கிளாஸ்ல பண்ணீங்களா? நல்லா சொன்னீங்க.
Last 5 minutes. It is the closing time and say last 5 minutes.
நன்றி, அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி. இத்துடன் இந்த மாலை நிகழ்ச்சியில் முடிவடைகிறது. மீண்டும் அடுத்து வேறு ஏதாவது ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராமில் சந்திப்போம். மிக்க நன்றிக்கு அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி.